from D and Joe's, and he's making me do everything again tonight. Yes.
And I'm Darren from D and Joe's. Look at me switching photos and stuff.
Right, clever.
This is our first time on YouTube, going live. We're trying this because we struggle with Facebook cutting out all the time, so we thought we'd give this a whirl. So it's all new to us, so just bear with us. I'm hoping it's the same as Facebook, but we'll soon see. Right, so this is our third week of pairing, isn't it?
Yes.
We're going to try and make this the last week, just so you don't get bored. But we also want you to see most of us females, because we've got some really nice stuff. So,
Yeah.
but like I said, we don't want you to get bored either. So next week we'll show you some babies, I think, and some
Growing on.
growing on stuff here. So let's get started.
Okay. Well, I need to move the table. I'm not organised.
Oh.
That. We're at the wrong side of the room.
Yeah.
Do with that folding up.
So this is our main snake room. These are the old DTP racks that I used to build. I designed and built them. They're a very good rack. They're all on sliding rails, stuff like that. But we now do the D and Joe's, which are in the other room,
Where we are going.
where we are going to try and
Taking our
go.
beautiful boy in there.
Oh, we're going in there now.
Yes.
All right, cool. So this is our project Pied.
Which we've seen for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, but I'll sort of go over everything. So I apologise if I'm sort of being boring, but for anybody who's new to us, we've got a pair. This is the male, and we imported them from the States, having been bred from a solid black, gloss black, wild caught male, and he produced these two pieds. You'll see the female hopefully later on.
I could pull her out.
Well, we'll show them if we don't show it.
Yeah.
So obviously we're putting into various things, trying to see if we can produce a black snake, which is, you know, just incredibly exciting.
I'm a little confused. 78 het pied. What have you done?
What do you mean?
F78 het pied. It's a normal, isn't it?
Is it?
Oh,
Oh,
unless it's another 78.
what we're doing.
Oh no, it's this one. I'm not going in the other room.
Oh, we're not going in the
Sorry.
room.
Live TV.
Live
or whatever.
TV.
We're not going in the other room. I told a lie. I'm thinking of the big normal girl in there.
So this is one of our het pieds, females.
We will be going in the other room, I'd imagine, at some point.
So we generally put the males into the females. We find we get a better response that way, and you know it's just a general rule of thumb as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just carry on with
Yeah.
it. So,
And a little heart on the drawer to show.
yeah, so any drawers you see with silver pegs means they're shedding, and any drawers that we put snakes into pairing, we put little love hearts on to say don't disturb. Although I do. I usually check them before bed once they've paired, and I also check them through the night.
He smelt that food I've got out for Burns. Watch myself here because I might just get a little nip.
So this is our Marcus Jane Axanthic het pied for our lightning pied projects.
He's going in
Obviously
with
is real exciting. We've not produced any lightning pieds up to press, but we're hoping this is his first year, and this is the girl to do it with because she's a pied het Axanthic. Again, Marcus Jane line, which are the only true lightning pieds, of course.
Right, sweetheart.
We have got two lightning pieds as well, which we showed one of them last week. One of them's not up to size.
No, one was a fussy feeder.
Yeah, one's a fussy feeder, but she's the other one's doing real well. So obviously that increases the chances. But this is This is pretty good as well. So, you know, we're praying for a lock on this tonight. We'll see. Yeah, so we have 10, 20, 30. You just carry on with them, just filling spacing because I'm like that. I'm a
What are you
bit.
on about?
You
12?
don't worry. Oh no, there's 12. Isn't there?
Yeah, I wondered what you were doing.
Damn. So, oh, he's going to test me maths, isn't it?
Right, I need to go get a mail out of the other room.
All right, well, I'll come in with you because I'm going to see on Facebook we don't have a prayer of going into a second room. It just cuts out. So I'm hoping we don't lose you. So good so far. Or so far so good.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Are we on still?
Yeah, we're still live. Very good.
These are the new racks.
So this is our second room. Again, 212 level GTPs, a 10 level 70,
Just a lot in there.
and a 2 column
33.
3 level 33. And we also have a photo booth set up there, which is quite a good idea. I'll tell you what I haven't done it in landscape, I've done it in portrait, I've just realised. But
Well,
anyway, so, but yeah, people that sort of think about photos, because we don't use any enhancements on his photos at all. The only thing we might do is crop them a little bit. But we do have these lights, which we got off eBay. I think they're about 60 quid. And because this rack's at nice height, I just put a piece of MDF on, wrapped it in vinyl, put a piece of vinyl on, which is quite thin. It's like almost a matte finish vinyl, so it don't reflect too much, and that works great for us. So just a tip there. Two of us new racks. That's a 10 level 30, and that's an 18 level 7. And they're just still fantastic in these. They're more accurate than those other racks, and they're sort of half the price. So we've even got Voltas in them, where Voltas were eating the 70s, and these are wild caught females, which just shows you, you know, people talk about Vivs and one thing and another, but you don't get any more real than wild caught stuff adults. They won't eat in the 70s, they won't eat in the 33s, but yet put them in one of our new 30s and they eat. So,
yeah,
you know,
we're doing well.
yeah. So we'll follow Joe back
Yes,
into
I did.
the next room.
I've forgotten what he is now.
This is our Hatchling rack. It's an old one that I built many years ago. It's the only one we haven't changed. Garplast 3 litre tubs, but it just works fantastic.
Number 29. I should something carry on.
So this male is our
Is banana pastel. Hang on.
is a
Banana butter pastel.
nice
clown.
big power male.
And that's a blade het clown. The female.
So she's Blade Het Clown proven, and he's banana pastel butter
Het clown.
coral glow as well.
No, it's banana.
Oh yeah, well it's the same.
Same thing.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean he doesn't actually look that much. He's an example of, for me, where there's too many genes at play and it's almost flattened him out. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's gorgeous, and you can't see the slight sort of patternings in him on this camera, but the babies what he'll make will just be crazy. So you know, we're very excited about that pairing. Well, as we are about them all, of course, but we see.
Just put them there a minute because I need to go to the other side. The room isn't big enough.
No, we have a sort of utility table. That's really handy, but it takes up a lot of room in a small snake room.
Oh yeah, I know where he's going. Highway boy.
This is our beautiful highway, who's ever such a good lad. Locks to everything,
Eats like a pig.
eats like a pig all the way through.
He's going into number 64. Oh, he's the phantom yellow belly spider. There you go, my darling. Stay in. Let's get my pig.
So I'm sure I'll be
There'll be a
showing
lock
photos
tonight, yeah.
later on of him locked. And that should produce some amazing babies as well. If she goes, of course.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm just trying to see where the next one's going.
The only thing we're not getting is anybody making any questions. I can't tell if anybody's out there or not. I don't think.
No,
It's certainly not showing on my phone, so if anybody's watching, I'm sorry I can't give you a shout out. I thought I'd be able to, but if you have any questions or anything, or you want to see anything next week, just leave it in the comments below, and I'll certainly answer you. And if it's something we can do next week that you'd like to see, we'll do that as well. Like I say, whether it's snakes, rats, or about our courier service, just leave your comments below. And if you can like and subscribe for us, that'd be fantastic. We really do appreciate everybody's support, and with this being new to us, it'd be fantastic to get some subscribers, so at least we know you like what we're doing.
I've lost him. He's there. He's going into, oh yes, F24 pastel. Oh, she's in shade. Pastel Het Desert Ghost. He's Het Desert Ghost.
Yeah, so he's our
Got him down as Bumblebee, but I think he's Enchibee.
yeah. Yeah.
She's deep in shed.
Enchibee, Het Desert Ghost into
She's a pastel Het Desert Ghost.
pastel Het Desert Ghost.
But
It was in shed, so she's looking very dark at the
She
moment.
is.
So she's quite pretty actually.
She is. There you go, darling.
And like we've said each week, don't worry about them being in shed. They do everything just the same. Whether one of them's in shed, both of them's in shed, whatever. You know, just a lot of people think don't pair them while they're in shed. It makes no difference at all. And of course, some tips on pairing snakes. If you can get where it's thunderstorms and stuff like that, where you've got low pressure, then they're the best times to pair. It sends them crazy. I don't know why, but it does. It definitely triggers them off into mating, and we get most lock. I mean, we do well for locks anyway. We usually get, from what we pair up, we usually get between 6 and 8 actual locks. So we can't complain. But if it's bouncing down outside, we definitely get as most locks. And that's same for feeding as well. You know, if you've got stubborn feeders, just you know, if it's a non-feeding night but it's really stormy and it's low pressure, just give them a try that night. Just get something out and throw it out and give them a try. You might be surprised.
Just need to take that hide out. There we go. So this is the Enchi Micro going to the Het Albino microscope.
So obviously this is one of our most exciting projects. We'd love to hit the supers. We haven't yet. The only supers that exist in the world Kevin from Nerd has, which there's 2 of, which was from the same pairing. And they're just amazing. So obviously we need to get more on the ground to discover the full potential, because they're just untouched at the moment. They're just amazing things. You know, you can feel them. They feel like nothing else. You know, they're like beaded, silky beaded sort of things. And of course you can see, I'm trying to focus on a nose, and on his nose, on his head, should I say. You can see the missing scales. Yeah, that's a good shot. But they vary, you know, the scales, they're smaller than on anything else. And of course we have the zip bellies as well, which is different to any other lines. They do band as well, you know, we get a lot of banding with the micro stuff, and it changes the colour, changes the patterns. It's just an incredible thing. Totally different to any other scaleless line out there. So watch this space, hopefully.
Next.
Yep.
There we go. Back in the room.
Back in the other room. As you can see, we need a much bigger house, which we're looking for. Obviously we want a farm, so Jo can have her horses and her stables, so she can go out in a dressing gown, she says, and have the horse in the lounge, sat on the sofa.
Oh, absolutely. You could sit in a
And don't think she's not that crazy, because believe me, she is.
If I could have my horse in this house, he would be in.
That's our scanning machine. We're fortunate to have a scanning machine,
Zip belly I need.
which we use for scanning the females, so we can see where they're at,
I want to see that.
follicle wise.
This is our original micro male.
This male, as Jo just said, is our original micro. He shows no zip whatsoever on his belly. It's just totally plain as most of them are. But he's, as far as we are aware, and I can say it quite confidently, he's the only snake in the world that produces zip-bellied babies. And he doesn't just produce 1 or 2. Nearly everything he produces has a zip belly, and we'll show you them later on. They're just crazy, crazy different. And it is a trait of the microscales. It happens with nothing else in the world, only the micros. But we're the only people that have the zip bellies actually showing in our collection. So
He's eating like a horse as
it's,
well.
that's really exciting.
He's in with a jigsaw.
Yeah. So Jigsaw Mojave Pinstripe, she's a pretty girl. So it'd be nice to get some babies off them. Some nice jigsaw babies
With zip bellies?
with zip bellies. This is Roy Nonrack, which we'll be looking at maybe next week or maybe the week after. I don't think we'll get to it next week.
Let me think. Bumblebee now. Micro bumblebee going in 171, which is in the other room. Come on, sweetheart.
So another micro scale.
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee.
Show your head. There you go. I'll check him in there.
Put the yellow down his sides.
Gorgeous, isn't it?
Just hang on.
Beautiful. Oh, sorry.
It's all right. I said keep going, but
You want to look at him?
yeah, it's just trying to find it on camera, but that's a bit. Yeah, he sort of has a.
Where are you going?
It breaks, and normally then it just runs into belly, but he has another yellow. Can you try and turn him over just so we can see that second yellow stripe down him? Yeah, it's a bit, yeah, just a beautiful boy. But again, you know, the micro scale adds all sorts to everything. You have to excuse us, snake rooms being so cluttered,
Yes, I know where to
but
find
we're
them.
just struggling for room, of course,
Phantom
which is
pastel.
why we need to move.
Phantom pastel female. I think her follicles are getting quite big as well. She stopped eating this
So
week.
that'll be
So
another nice one.
she looks like she's gonna have you.
Yeah.
I'll leave her alone. It's strange, isn't it, how some of them don't like him?
Mm.
Next one is the black pastel pied. Oh God, won't you know he's going where my table is?
I have to do the same when I come in on a night time, of course. I try to pull them out to photograph them when they're locked. And I'm sort of moving the table around and moving it back and
Try to do it without disturbing him.
yeah. All while Joe's sleeping,
Of
snoring
course.
away.
Oh yeah, I don't snore.
Pretty boy.
Gorgeous boy. Right, he's going. I've forgotten where he's going now. 73. Look at the map. I think he's going in with 82. Yeah. Oh, didn't prove out to be hectide last year,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
So she's 66% at tide. And although she had babies last year, they didn't prove out.
But she went
But-
with het pied as well.
Yeah, but it was epide to sort of epide, so we're trying her again this year. And if she doesn't, then
Well, we know if she's
yeah,
with him.
yeah, that's it. Yeah. So
Yeah. Gorgeous, isn't it?
yeah, she looks quite far on her.
That one below's gravid, but she's had her pre-lace shed, I think. Next one is one of my favourite snakes, the Coral Glow Spinnerblast. Who's going in with the calico?
So this is, or was a world's first. I don't know whether they've been produced since, but Coral Glow female maker, Spinnerblast het pied, and he's just a fantastic boy. Again, eats real good,
Does everything.
locks to everything, produces amazing babies, and of course anything that's Coral Glow in it is a female of the babies, so that's fantastic as well. But he's just lovely.
He's going in with her, and I think she might be on stone. I need to scan
Yeah, she's looking nice, isn't she? Yeah. So this is
the
our calico.
She produces gorgeous babies.
Yeah, she produced one of our world's firsts,
Which Ashley's got.
which Ashley's got, which is on World of Ball Pythons, and I can't even remember what it was. It was Coral Glow. Was it Coral Glow Spinnerblast Calico?
I think it was.
Something like that.
Posset pied.
Yeah, posset pine. So, anyway, onwards and upwards.
Yeah.
But yeah, she well, that pairing produces just the most amazing babies.
Next is my pastel candy boy, who's going in with pastel phantom down there. I'm getting myself confused now. Now I need my steps.
Another
You're in the way.
sort of pro tip for breeding: if you've got snakes that don't seem to be interested, then if you pop another male, obviously if you're confident in doing that, and you get the sperm plug or Some people have different views on it. But whatever it is, we'll call it a sperm plug. If you get that and wipe it on the back of the female that you're wanting to pair something to, sort of down by the vent area, but on its back, and just sort of smear it on best you can, and then put the male into it. That can make that male lock, because it smells the other male and sort of thinks, sod that, I want to be in there. So that can sometimes work. I mean, we've done that before, but we've never taken them for a drive, which is another one.
Good girl.
Especially if it's stormy. So this is our
Pastel candy.
male pastel candy
Pastel Phantom.
in with Phantom Pastel. Yeah, they reckon if you take them for a drive when it's stormy again, for sort of half an hour on your front seat, bring them back, put your male in, not the females, just the males, and put your male back into a female. They reckon that can start them off, which, you know, I can see sense in that, because sometimes it's just the moving of them that can trigger them off.
Right.
So yeah, so there's a couple of tips for you.
Nick steps out again. Oh, this is driving me insane. He's going in with the female. We've got the babies off from him and her.
Oh, this is the triple het.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is another very exciting project. We bought the full project.
We showed.
We showed the baby last week. I'm
And
sure
the week before.
we'll be showing you. She's just amazing. But is she going back in? Is he going in with the triplet again?
Yeah.
Right. So these are triplet for Toffee, Pied, and Albino. And I know all about the, you know, Toffee and Albino thing, but that's actually the parents of them that's been sort of come down. We've got the full lineage of them.
That's the girl.
And but what she produced, or what they produced 2 years ago, were two snakes that we just haven't got a clue what they are. Not, is it 2 years ago? Is it?
No,
No, last year, wasn't it?
Last year.
Of course. So we're really excited about them, just to see if they reproduce them. If they reproduce them, which I think they will, then we're on to something very exciting. And then, you know, obviously when she's up to size and stuff, then we can see what she does. The female, the baby, the exciting one. Like I say, unfortunately the other unusual female didn't make it, but she were only something like
28 grams.
yeah,
I think she was.
28 grams. We actually got a feeding,
Oh, it's in shed.
but she just didn't make it, and that's just one of them things. But she was very different as well. So
Batman maker. It's in shed.
so this is Het Batman. So it's leopard spot nose.
And he's got
One of Justin's,
oh, hang on.
JKR.
Sorry, I'll just double check. Yeah, he's going in with the big clown female down here. Was in shed as well, so they're both in shed. She's getting very big now. I think she's well on her way.
Yeah, so they'll be exciting babies.
And don't just stay curled up like that just because you're in shed.
Well, I'm
now.
saying exciting babies, not so much, but this will be nice. We can sort of
This'll
just
be
replicate
nice.
him. But we're not, you know, she isn't a clown or anything, so
She
we're not.
is.
Oh, is she? Sorry. Why didn't
No,
you say normal?
because that's what we're in before.
Ah.
She's like, I know what she is.
All right. Oh, well, it is exciting.
She came with him. We got them together.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yep. Yep. So she's from Justin as well. She's from JKR as well. So they've been paired together. So fingers crossed.
You know, like I keep telling you, I need my labels redoing.
I know.
It's a good job I know where everything is.
So I keep turning it over to thing, and it keeps saying orientation is locked. Like I say, peeps, I do apologise. It's peeps.
Peeps.
All those young kids say that now.
Yeah.
Down with the kids.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Yep, that's it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
That's it.
Give up. I've no makeup on. It's scary. Don't scare people. Been too busy organising your career run
Oh,
to put makeup on.
oh.
Yes.
And I have to say, she's going back over to Ashley's to carry on.
Yes.
No,
No rest, no tea, no nothing.
no,
And what are you going to do? Sit down, do
I've
nothing?
got paperwork to do. Oh, she just yawned then, missed it.
Oh, did you? Did you show anything else while we're in here for the last couple of minutes? What shows it, Bella?
Yeah, let's show Zip Belly. We haven't showed them for ages. So this is a micro Zip Belly.
Yep, come here, baby. It's got a very, very, very funky belly.
Now, unless you've seen us show these before, you've never seen anything like this. Let's see if we can. Oh, there we go. Yeah, actually, it doesn't seem a bad little spot. This here.
Just here.
Yeah.
Right the way up.
So
But it won't stretch out properly. Come
it's
on,
I mean, this one's just like a. Let me see if that's good. I'm trying to keep it focused.
You'd
for you
think
so you
he'd
can
had
see.
an operation,
Yeah, it
wouldn't
looks
you?
like it's been
cut open.
and
he
then
hasn't.
as it comes
Come
down
on.
there,
It's
you can
right
see
up. Right up to the top.
they start sort of just messing about these scales,
Boy.
and then
I'm not. You're a
goes
good
right
boy,
up to
dear.
the top.
It sort of finishes
then-
there, doesn't it?
Yeah, again with sort of thing.
And he, does he
It's
have
all
a...
off orientation, yeah. And the zip-bellied ones seem to have bald chins as well.
Yeah, he's got a...
So
He didn't want to show you, but there.
yeah,
Is that a little arrow, look?
yeah. So we'll show another zip belly, and then we'll leave the rest to show you when we're actually
Doing a micro.
doing the growing on tubs.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want to show the Coral Glow Calico, because we were saying he produces nice
Oh, yeah.
babies.
She's not a micro,
No,
is it?
this is from the Coral Glow Spinner
She's
Blast.
ready to go into 7 litre when you bring me a new rack home.
Yeah, I've got
She's
to build
moving
another.
I thought you were building it.
I was, and then they've
okay.
been sort of taken over for this run.
Okay. I'll let you
Unfortunately,
off.
we never seem to get stuff for ourselves because customers always take them. But I mean, that is just beautiful.
She's gorgeous. Coral Glow Calico.
Yeah, colours and the definition of show sort of on its side. Wait, I keep trying to turn the phone. Yeah,
Lovely girl.
yeah, she was just one of them that
Had to stay.
had to stay. She's just beautiful, love her bits.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah. So we'll show another zip belly micro. Maybe something that's got something in an inch or
I ain't got an
or
inch with it.
females.
Or female. I ain't got... Oh yeah, but what? I don't think it's got a zip belly, love.
I'll put it on.
The incher. She's down here. I haven't got another incher. Sorry, I'm just trying to think.
Yeah, as well.
I thought you can have a look at the incher, but I don't think she's zip belly. Don't think she is. No, she's just got
Not
a
so much, but she's got a very
very nice pattern.
funky belly.
There's no
And
zip there.
she's quite a good size now.
Yeah, she is. She's almost big enough.
Beautiful as well.
She is.
That's a micro and she female.
And now I won't be able to get the partition back in. I'll have to pull this girl out. She's not micro. she's butter.
Had
Desert
we
girl.
shown the Green Goddess? Had we paired her up in the last
I don't know.
few weeks? I'll tell you what, we'll just show her as well, because if we're not showing any more females, I just want to show you this for something different. I just hope the colours show up on
Just
the
like
phone.
me walking. I just
You know. No, man. I'm going to let Joe bring it down first, and I'm not going to show you. I might just give you a teaser. And another teaser. Right, have a look at this.
So she is a blackhead paradox butter.
And
She's one of the most beautiful snakes I have ever seen,
the
in my opinion.
luminous green on it is just like nothing else. It's showing it a bit light actually on here.
Is
Just
that
try to step a little bit further forward.
forward?
Yeah.
Forward.
See if it's. Can you show me a other side?
She's got that grey and green
Yeah.
and
Just turn around a bit so I can see your belly. So, just a white belly, and then as she turns, let's see, turn her slowly round like that, and then I don't know if you can go right round with her.
I can try. I'll just break my arms in the process. As far as I can go. Yeah, I can't go anymore.
I just wish this green had shown up. We cannot. It never shows up as nice as it is, as vibrant as it is when people see it. As anybody that's actually been to ours and seen her will attest.
Everybody loves
The
the
green is just a proper strong, luminous lime green. But anyway, so yeah,
That's fair.
she's one of my favourites. She's just love
I
it
think
a
she's
bit.
everybody's
Just
favourite.
So gorgeous.
She hasn't produced for us yet, has she?
No,
Keep saying this year. This year. Oh, there's sweetheart back in. She didn't want to go in, look, she likes me. Oh, she's got me. Let it go. She's got a tail that on me. There we go. Good girl.
yeah, bye bye, baby. Oh, keep trying to turn it.
Don't turn it. Right, do you want a zip belly?
Go on, last one. Last one.
Last one.
Last one, and then we're done.
Which one am I going to show? I'll just randomly pick one. This one's a big one.
Yeah, go on.
I'm a big fella.
So this is a male micro. Again, you can see the banding.
It's
That
just a
comes out.
normal.
Yeah, normal. You
But
can see the banding
They
that
don't look
that
normal.
lends
Look at that.
itself from the micro.
And the bright yellow.
As soon as I went to show his head,
Oh,
it just
excuse me.
it just dips away.
Oh, she's don't look at me.
So every time
Oh, I
that's
don't like
weird,
the
isn't it?
camera. Yeah, I don't like it. And then he's got this funky.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Have you got him?
If you can just turn him over a little bit more, just so I can put his neck over it now. Just try to give it time to zoom in. You know, I mean, when you see that,
It's like
it
little.
looks like a burnt scar, but it's
There's
not.
no
It's
scarring
it's
on
the
this
colouring
snake.
on him that's just in that line kind of thing, and you can see. I'm hoping you can see. There's little bobble scales in there.
Yeah, there is.
Which is just, you know, and you get
Alright,
that quite a
baby.
lot on them. It sort of runs in and out, and then. So yeah, they're really, really interesting. Just nothing like them, and we don't know if it's going to add anything to the super form of the micro scale or not. You know, it's probably not. It's probably just one of them, just another weird thing to explore with the micro scales. But they're certainly different.
He's gorgeous, aren't you?
And that's the thing with these, that the micro scale itself is just such an interesting, amazing, beautiful snake. And then the supers are just wow, aren't they?
Yeah.
So That's what we're hoping for this year, folks, is to hit some supers.
Yep, you never know.
We've,
You
I
can
think this is our 4th year with the micros, is it?
No, I think
Third.
it's
Third. So, you know, it's about the right time to hit it. You know, because people say, oh, well, how come you haven't had supers yet? Well, you know, it has been proven now. But this was a much later project than the other lines. You know, this wasn't discovered until after them. So, you know, they've been about for about 3, 4 years. So the females are just sort of getting to maturity now. And it's, I think there's only me and Kevin from Nerd who's got the potential of hatching some more supers. So anyway, I'm waffling on.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am. So bye-bye from my gorgeous assistant.
Goodbye.
Bye, and
Goodbye from Santa Claus.
Santa Claus, that's nice. Anyway, bye-bye.
Bye.
See you next Thursday.
No, you won't.
Oh, no, I won't. Oh, sorry, yeah. Next Thursday I'm away on the courier run. So we'll be seeing a lot of us customers, but sadly we won't be able to do the live feed because I'm not here. So we'll
Yay.
miss... oh, that's not nice. So we'll miss next week, but we'll be back the Thursday after at 7 o'clock. Thank you and bye-bye.